Nukuela, Nakisnum Nukus, the Gistohuela, Anakalamanahuela, Rahan Hanaku, Yenakusotahuela, Manakistoku, Illuminahuela, Hanakisanomuela. Greetings, my lovely gods and goddesses of creation. Luhua Monokustoku, Kimonokuela, La Hanakisa Monokuela, La Rostokoela, Hanakisamono. Many blessings. I send you some Reiki energy. I'm passing Reiki energy to you all the time with hands and movement. Always know this. To get your beautiful day started wherever you're at, notice Shokure. Shokure, Shokure is the power symbol. Nuhuela mana, iniki soto muno huela, hanaka manakisto kumuno huela, inikisto kumua. Seiki, 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 Sumonohuela. This is your personal power. Ida monohuela, hanakisto buela, distance. Sumohuela, eneki muhono kustikila muhonohuela, la hanakusotokuela. Sikimotokusa, Hansa se shonen, Hansa se shonen. Hansase shonen. Muyala hanakustukuela hanakusuputuela. Sunohuna. Holy fire. Holy fire. Holy fire. Sikimonokuela. Sinikimonokustukuela hanakistubuela. The witch is in. The witch is in. How are we today, this very moment? As we know, the universe speaks to us in mysterious ways, and mystical ways, and magical ways, and all these different ways. And my animal totem, my main animal totem, is the hawk. This is the truth. I know this for a fact. This is my main. This is me, because in my numerology, my chart is 5577, and 2 sevens is about expression and heart's desire. And when you look at the hawk, if you add up hawk, it equals 7. So this is who I am. So I'm going to share. First of all, welcome, my gods and goddesses. Greetings to you all. Many blessings to you. Welcome to the experience. I'm going to transcend the experience. This is the experience. This is what I'm going to share with you, an experience I had yesterday with a hawk. And it's how these things lead up and all these things. So, for the past few days, I've been feeling down. Okay, so I'm in a depressed mode. It is the holidays. A lot of shit has happened. A lot of things have happened this year. Now it's time for reflection on our whole year. What has happened? Look at the different Sabbats. You know, look at the different points of the year. Was it the spring equinox? The moon? What happened? And it's been very fucked up. And as we get toward the Yule and Christmas, we should be giving back to us. So yesterday, I feed my birds, okay, at my compound here, and I feed them every morning. I hug the tree, I feed them around. I put offerings around all the trees in my yard, and I when I do this, I do a thing for abundance and charity and just living, just life. So I come downstairs and I look outside by the bird feeder on the street, on my curbside. There's a hawk sitting there, all crouched down, and it looks like he has a bird. So now I'm like, yeah, focus. So right away, he's sort of like on the curbside. He's chilling. There's all these feathers everywhere, so I don't know what the hell is going on. So already I know. And just the night before that, I was speaking about Enki from the Sumerian gods, right? And he had said when he was asked basically by peers, by his people, that when would the people know that's to trust spirit. And there was something about trusting the spirit and be able to see spirit when that day will come. He said, the day when all the feathers come. And that's symbolic to me, because 2 years ago I started feeding the birds. I started becoming aware of nature. This is when the hawk came into my totem, as I'm here now, 2-3 years ago. Now I'm just understanding who the hell this bird is. For 2 years it took me. So he's sitting here, like he's facing his back toward me. I'm watching him. So I'll call my wife over, so we're observing this now. Like, yes, observing. This is what the hawk is doing, observing. I'm doing what the hawk was doing, observing. I'm in the middle of the street observing. Now, mind you, in the tree above him, there's 4 blue jays. Now, I've noticed in the past, when there's hawks around, when they're predation, the nest, they want to get the eggs, right? The blue jays bully them out. They're loud. And that tells me they're speaking the truth, because the blue jay is blue. And the black, they got black in them, he's absorbing. And the white is divine. So he's telling me that, he was telling me to remain focused on what you want, right? Calm, be observant, and focus on what is needed. Focus on where you're trying to get to. That focus. So you zoom in on it, and cloud everything out. You'll gain a lot of insight. This is what the bird's telling me. Gaining insight by observation. Gaining insight through experience. Get going on what you need. Get going on what you want. With trust of the blue jays. Because the blue jays have that connection. The blue represents sky. So that sky, we're connected to the ones above. The Almighty Creator. That's our connection. And we're observing this with the hawk medicine. So we have 2 different medicines. Actually, there's a bunch of different medicines, but to not mind boggle you, I will just use the hawk and the blue jay. So, and the blue jays, they have a distinct chant, they're just very distinct, and they're up there going, right, and they have sort of like almost like a cardinal crown, but they have a little hook up here, so that gives them authority, that gives them that instinct, because that hook also represents the horn. In Italian, it also represents, it's sort of like the Italian horn, okay? But it's not really that fully like that, but it sort of is. So it reminds me of the horn god, nature, to be grounded. And that's the colors of the hawk. Brown, red-tailed hawk, white, yellow. These are all grounding, creative stuff. You see, down here, this is the hawk represents down here. And he does have vision. He helps us with vision and understanding. So he actually has everything, depending on how much you know. So the Blue Jays have a chant of like an emergency chant. It's a very distressed call because the predators are around, and the Blue Jays you can hear very distinctly from blocks and blocks away. You know that's a Blue Jay. And when there's 5 of them or 4 of them chirping at each other, down to the hawk, the hawk's just chilling there like this, observing. He's observing. Observation with no judgment. He don't know. He don't care because he's a predator. He's hungry. But he's looking. You see, he's hungry. He's seeing through the illusion, because this is what the hawk teaches us, illusion, to look through illusion of the blue jays. That they're just little birds. They're just trying to get me out of here. But in reality, the hawk is way much bigger than the blue jays. Because the hawk didn't seem to be wanting to get the fuck out of there anytime soon. So this went on for like 5-10 minutes. It seemed like forever, but when you're in another dimension, time don't exist. So it could feel like hours. That's the fucked up thing. And the hawk teaches you this. Teaches us patience, observation, hawk medicine, vision. And the blue jays amplify the connection with above, the Almighty, the one in the sky. They have that connection because they remind us the blue and the white and the black, and the hawk is on the ground. You see, the hawk was on the ground in the middle of basically the middle of the street almost, sitting there like perched, like he had something. And that reminded me I needed to stay grounded and to focus on what I need to do. And I need to clear my fucking areas. I need to get rid of a lot of garbage. Baggage, like stuff that just has to get done. With the focus from the hawk, with our connection, with vision and our connection through this spirit. Because the blue jay would represent, this crown and all this. And it's a mixture. The hawk is straight vision, and optimistic. The hawk is in the future. The hawk will scare you with truth. The hawk is the light bearer, basically. So, the blue jays are like, telling them, you need to get out of here or there's trouble. You're going to be in trouble, right? The hawk's just like, very calm, collective, like the peacemaker. He's also a peacemaker, basically, right? So this is how they talk to you, and you got to be aware of your thoughts. Like, so before this happened, maybe yesterday, what has been on your mind? And you've been asking, what have you been asking? And the hawk is there telling you. You're now experiencing this nature at its finest. In its darkest moment, a hawk hungry for food, and the blue jays protecting their young or their whatever, protecting the area. They're protecting the feeder area basically because the bird, that's where the birds know that they get fed. So now I look at it as, well, are the birds pissed off at me because I'm feeding the hawks basically? If you think about it, am I feeding the hawks? By setting this up, I'm trapping these little birds, these sparrows and whatnot, for the hawk to eat, come and eat, fill his belly. So now that makes me like, wow, maybe I'm the one fucked up. But we all need to eat. Survival. Well, that's the difference between us and the birds, is we actually have common sense, right and wrong, free, all these things. So it's just a beautiful thing. I felt bad for like whatever he had, but in the end he didn't really have anything. So after a while, the hawk took off. I didn't see anything underneath him, or when he took off, maybe he had a little sparrow. I don't know. There was a lot of feathers, but I didn't see any bird. But I see him took off up into the oak tree. The oak tree is the ancient wisdom. So that tells me that there's ancient stuff going on right now that I need to be aware of. All these things. So we have the connection with the sky, the spirit. We're absorbing everything through the color black. We are looking through all these things with the vision of the hawk, because we're always in the future, creating, bringing it back here for people to see, but people aren't ready to see this. People aren't ready to see this. So that's why the oak tree gives us the ancient wisdom to know how to display this. How do I tell people these things? How do I tell my vision? How do I share thoughts? This is what it's all about. Sharing thoughts and visions, ideas, being creative. So the Blue Jays follow him after the bird took off. The Blue Jays follow him, escorting him. You know what I'm saying? So it was weird. It's crazy. They do that. The Blue Jays do that. That's something I've experienced. I've seen patterns, from many other times and whatnot. So when the hawk took off, there's tiny feathers everywhere, and I didn't see anything. I don't know. So I don't know. So in the end, the hawk and the Blue Jays teach us to remain focused on what you want with supervision the hawk carries. Trust in the higher spirit with our communication and connection to the Creator. The hawk also sees through the illusion. The Blue Jays appear to the hawk as a threat. The hawk's like, no threat here. I'm the threat. So again, the Blue Jays think they're bigger than the hawk. There's no. We're all we're all bigger. We're all bigger than we think. Just think outside here. Let's close this deal. Let's seal this up. I thank you for the experience, for joining the experience with the experience of the hawk and all these fascinating nature experiences. These are my experiences, and thank you for journeying with me. We will seal this deal. Let's break up some stagnant energy. So I seal this. You are all one with the sacred directions of north, east, south, and west. You are one with the 5 elements of earth, air, fire, water, spirit. Tequila. What is with the tequila? I don't know. Why is that? I gotta research tequila now. There's something beyond tequila that I need to be aware of. It's not just a drink. See, the hawk is teaching me to look beyond what tequila is. Maybe I gotta break it down. TEQC, I gotta break all these things down. Add it up. Add it up. Thank you. This is true hawk medicine right here. The main thing is focus. I love you guys so much. I thank you for journeying with me through this whole experience. It's been a blessing to share everything, these thoughts, these ideas, everything, get everything out of the open to understand what is happening to the human being, experiencing spirituality, enlightenment, ascension, awakening, putting words to everything. My gods and goddesses, I thank you. You are inspiring me. Thank you so much. I'm going to put a new link below to check out this blog. I just started building a website. So basically, it's happening. Go check out the thoughts in the link below at the blog spot. I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon, and be focused.